I got a serious question for you guys. Who has the biggest crybabies in their fan base? Is it Chelsea? Is it Liverpool? Or is it Man City? Welcome to the Footy Network. Afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to the weekend review on the Footy Network. As always, if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to TFN if you are new here, and don't forget, if you got Netflix and you need yourself the access to all the American box office sets that we don't get in the UK, go check it out using code FFTV, where you'll get 4 months extra free, as well as over 83% off. Prices start from as low as, I think, £1.59 or so. Go scan the QR code or click on the link that's pinned down below. And it's going to be a bit of a different weekend review because there wasn't too many surprises, I think, in what happened in the results. Man City won, Arsenal won, Forest continued to be undefeated on the road. I think Leicester got their first win. That was a little bit of a surprise. But I'm just starting to look at fan reactions right now. And I've watched quite a few of the Chelsea fan channels and what have you, and their tweets and social media posts. And boy, are they a bunch of crybabies. They've been going on about the dark arts, the stuff that Arsenal got accused of against Man City a couple of weeks ago, now being chucked at my club, Forest. And I just want to have my say on it. This is the team, Chelsea, that were managed by Mourinho and won things under Mourinho. And we're the masters of the dark arts. And they're sitting there crying about it now. And they're crying over dark arts that weren't really that big a deal. They're just overinflating them. They say that Forest wasted time. No, they didn't really. We had an injury. We had our keeper go down. There was a brawl. All these things added time on. There was 13 minutes added on. And then they start going on about Ryan Yates and how he's, S-housering them all and what have you. What do you expect in football? I've seen this so many times over the years done by Chelsea. And for them to have the hypocritical nature to actually accuse this of fans is pathetic, in my opinion. And then you saw the same with the Arsenal lot. People seem to expect that Arsenal have to play this sexy brand of football every single time, making sure, they're flowing passes, tiki-taka football and what have you. And when they go down to 10 men, they get accused of it as well. There seems to be this ideology that teams need to come to these opponents and play in the way that that team wants them to, rather than that initial team trying to break down the tactics of the other team. I've used the word team there a lot of times, but I hope you understand my point. And football, and the reason we love football is because there are so many different ways of getting results. You can be that tiki-taka team that scores goals. That can be quite boring on the eye when they're just passing it to side. You can be that aggressive team that presses high, that wins the ball up, that gets the goals off those high presses. Or you can be a counter-attacking team, with a mid-block potentially, a bit like Forest were against Chelsea yesterday. Pick the ball up, create chances and things like that. If everyone played boring tiki-taka football week in, week out, the football would not be that interesting. You wouldn't see upsets in the Premier League. You wouldn't see upsets in world football. But then fans go and cry about it, and my answer to the Chelsea fans is, put your chances away. If you were that much better, or you think you were that much better than Forest, then why didn't you put your chances away and secure the game? And Cuckoo misses an absolute sitter. Where was Cole Palmer? He was absolutely marked out the game yesterday. So blame yourselves before you look outside and start blaming others. And I'd say that to every other fan base where you feel that you weren't able to get your result. Take your chances. Football is about the goals at the end of the day. No one remembers who had what possession, who played a mid block, who played a low block. The thing that people remember are results and goals. So Chelsea, hold that, because it feels like an L to you guys, especially as Forest were down to 10 men. Now, the other interesting topic over the weekend has to be the Manchester United situation with Ten Hag. This was labelled as his last game. This was Ten Hag's swan song. He was going to be gone after they lost to Aston Villa. And what do they go and do? They can go and basically nearly low block their way to a draw. And this has caused chaos yet again in the Manchester United fan base, where they don't know what to do with it. Because under normal circumstances, a point away at Villa is not a bad result. Emery's got them, contending for Champions League spots again. Emery just beat Bayern Munich, and Emery is absolutely cooking at Villa. The drawing with Man U was a bit of an upset. How times have changed. It would have been the other way around back in the day. And the Manchester United fans don't know what to do with it. The majority of them, it seems, still want Ten Hag out, but they will have to pay up to 17 million in compensation to get rid of the bold Dutch manager. And that doesn't seem something that Ineos wants to do. So if you're a Man U fan and watching this, how are you feeling right now? Should he go? Would it be harsh to sack him after drawing to Villa? And if you're not a Man U fan, are you loving Ten Hag still being in there? Because the talks is he may actually survive this international break, which would be absolutely hilarious. So a lot of interesting stories coming out as well. And the new one and the latest one today is that Man City have, it looks like, won their case against the Premier League, where they can basically now name their price on internal sponsorships that have been, there's the real dark arts if you want dark arts, about putting the price tag on however much they want to do on sponsorships from sister companies, from umbrella companies, etc. Now, in a way, this isn't a bad thing because it probably helps out, you'd say, Newcastle, who are struggling to be able to pump money into the club, even though they are technically the richest club in the world. You could say it would help some other clubs who have rich owners, the likes of Forest, the likes of Bournemouth, maybe, teams like that, who strive and would love to be able to open up the purse strings more and do some of these dark arts deal. So is this victory good for Man City, or is it better for some other clubs? And does this have any bearing on the old 115? Now, we're led to believe that they're two completely separate cases, not linked at all. But a lot of the charges put up against Man City, with the overinflation of some of those sponsorship deals they did. Will they now use this to try and get themselves off the 115? Let me know what you think about it all in the comments down below. And that's really the main headlines from the weekend's football. Now we go into yet another crappy international break. I am sick of these, and there's still another one coming up towards the end of November. Does anyone care about friendlies or qualifiers or whatever the hell this next break is for? Or would you rather more Premier League football matches and getting to watch your club more regularly? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the Footy Network. We'll see you on the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day.